I have a quick haul to show you today. One is from JetPens. That is, they're online, jetpens.com, and that's where I buy most of my pens, really. And I needed a white gel pen, and of course they're out of stock on the Uniball Signo that I usually buy. So I got some others. I got these 3 others to try. I'll just scrap. And I like them all, really. I mean, I think they're a good substitute for the Uniball. This one is called, hold on, let me look. This is the Pentel Hybrid Gel Grip. It has a 1.0 millimeter ball on it, so it's going to have a bold line. Writes great, no problems. Yeah, this one's good. In fact, it feels, I don't know if it doesn't even feel smoother than the Uniball. I'm not sure. I really like this one. I think I would get this one again. I don't remember how much these were, but I rarely pay more than $3 to $4 for a pen. So all of these were that or less. So they're affordable, in other words. I don't know how much this was. I forgot to get my little receipt thing. Okay, the next one I got, this is from Pilot. It's called the Pilot Juice. It's a white gel pen, and it is a 0.5 millimeter tip. And let's check it out. Well, that's nice too. It doesn't show up as well because it's a much finer line than the other one, so naturally it's going to be lighter, but looks good. And this one is it's also the Pilot. It's called Choose. Pilot Choose? It's a 0.7 millimeter, so it's going to be between those other 2. And let's see. Yeah, that one's good too. Okay, so I am, just on first trying them out without really using them on a project yet. I'm liking all of these. 2 from Pilot and then 1 from, what was it? Pentel. So there's you some options on white gel pens if they're out of your favorite and you get all irritated like I did. Next I got this black one. I really didn't need any drawing pens. I went through my pens and, tossed out the ones that were running low, and I was still in pretty good shape. But they had this one. It's called Mach, M-A-C-H, Mach Pen 2. It's a 0.4, so it's kind of a pretty fine tip pen, but it was like $1.65. It was like almost nothing. So I thought, well, heck, for $1.65, I'll get it and try it. And I like it very much. And I like the super fine tip. It's like writing with an eyelash, and I like that. I like the little bitty fine tips. So yeah, that one was sort of an impulse purchase. And then I got, I've been seeing everyone with these, and I thought, I'm not going to buy one of those stupid things. We had those back in the 70s. They were ridiculous then. They're ridiculous now. Okay, well, I bought them. I bought 2. I got sucked in. I couldn't help it. Everyone has them. I wanted one. Don't judge me. This one, these are those kinds that have the different colored inks in them, and this one is a I wonder what that does. I don't know. Okay, anyway, this one holds 4, this one holds 3, and I noticed they're obviously very popular on the JetPens website because they were out of refills for a lot of the different I guess they call them multi-pens that they carry. They were out of the inks. So I basically just had to go through and find which pens had, you know, a decent selection of little ink cartridges to choose from, and that's how I chose the pen. These were each about, I think they were about $3.50 each. I'm peeling the sticker off. I don't like the sticker. Yeah, I think about $3.50 each. And then the ink cartridges were $1 something each. I don't know. Go on JetPens. You can find it easier than I can find my receipt to tell you. This one is called it's from Zebra. It's called a pre-fill, which does not come pre-filled with ink cartridges like you would think. Pre-fill is like their little phrase that means preference fills. You can fill it with your preference, which I guess they don't really realize that kind of sends mixed signals. But oh well, they didn't consult me before they named their silly pen. But, you know, it's cute. They have different patterns, and they're cute pens, and they don't have the little colored doodahs up here, but you can see the cartridge down here in the bottom of the barrel is clear. And this one holds 4, and so there we go. And then this one is the Pentel. You know, I have got to call Pentel and ask them how to pronounce this stupid word because I love these pens. S-L-I-C-C-I. Slicky? Slissy? Slicey? See, I don't even know. I don't know how you say that, but I have a whole set of the gel pens that are that slicey, slicky, I don't even know name. And I really like them. I think they have some different sizes of tips, but I like the really, really fine ones. This one, I think I got either the 0.3 or the 0.4 in both of them. One of them's 0.3. Whoops. One's 0.3, one's 0.4. So they're really fine point, which I like. And they were easy to load, easy to figure out. On this one, you can see the ink color in the little thing because it's clear. And there's a little deal on the end of the ink. And that's how you see what you got. So, like I said, they had limited colors available. So I just kind of chose some that I like for each pen. Yeah, this one's obviously the 0.4 and the other one's the 0.3. I can tell. But they're right smooth. They're great. There's colors are pretty. So now I have me some of these multi-pens like everyone has, and I'm so excited. I'm one of the gang now, even though I did make fun of them at one point, I think. Okay, next I bought just a couple of things at IKEA, and I bought, okay, this was really probably not going to make much sense. I may run downstairs and show you where I have one of these hanging, but this is it's one of those curtain wires, and you can attach it either to your ceiling or to your wall, and then the wire goes in between, and it stretches really tight so you can hang curtains from it. And there's a picture, but it really doesn't, you probably can't see that. Anyway, I have one of these downstairs in my living room with actual curtains hanging from it. And I got another one because I'm thinking I might hang it someplace else, but instead of hanging curtains from it, I'm going to hang, I don't know, some stuff. I can't decide if I'm going to hang decorative stuff or if I'm going to hang supplies. I'm not sure. I don't know what I'm going to do with it, but anyway, I just really felt like I just needed to have it so that when I'm inspired to do something with it, I've got it. It would really probably make sense to hang it in my art room and then use it to hang some kind of supplies or something on, because I like my stuff out where I can see it. So, I don't know. I'll figure that out. Anyway, these are like $12.99, and they're not difficult. It comes with the instructions, which don't have any written words on them, just pictures, and like like I said, I've done it before myself, and it was not difficult. The instructions are really clear and easy to follow, and it does work. I mean, that wire stretches tight, let me tell you, and it's holding my curtains great. So I figure it could hold whatever else I put on there. Oh, that's a, if you stretch it or, you know, put it on a really, really long wall, you sometimes need a little thing for the middle to support the wire, so I got one. It was $4 or $5. Did I say how much these were? I think it was $12.99. That's probably $3.99 or $4.99. And then really the only thing I needed were the clips, because my ones downstairs have been hanging for like a year, but when I hung it, I didn't have enough of the clips, the curtain clips that go with it, so some of the curtains are hanging by safety pins, you know, because I'm just all classy that way. So anyway, I just picked up a couple more packages of clips, and there's 24 in here, and they're like $2.99, and I use these for all kinds of stuff, not just for curtains, but yeah, they're holding all kinds of weirdness all over my house because they're great and they're cheap. Love IKEA. And these, I have several of these, and I've used, you know, I'm really kicking myself. I should have got a couple more, but I got 2 of these plastic things, and I don't know what they call them. I forget. You know, they have some weird name that I can't pronounce anyway. But it's just a plastic bin, and it's made to go inside one of their something else's that they have that I can't remember what. I can't remember if it's a drawer or a storage box or something. Anyway, it's an insert for something. I don't have the something that it's an insert for. I just have the insert, and I like the insert because it is really great to hold stuff. I have downstairs one of my, in this little chest thing, one of them is sort of a junk drawer, but it's a deep drawer, and I have a couple of these in there that I use as, you know, kind of drawer dividers for a junk drawer, because, you know, I have big weird stuff in there and it holds it. But I wanted these for the art room. Let me show you. And I don't know if this is exactly how I'm going to use it, but it's how I'm using it right now. But it's great for holding your stuff. I'm going to have to redo the camera and show you, and I'll do that. But I have all my notepads in here, my junk, for my junk journals, all my little post-its and notepads and doodahs and thingies, and that's what I've got in here right now. But you can see these are great for holding your, even like probably your Project Life things, you know, journaling cards, and or you could use it for, you know, die cuts and ephemera and whatever. They're $3. These little plastic things are. Okay, there I go again. Me and this tripod, which I absolutely love, but I have trouble remembering that to watch out for the legs. Okay. They're $3, like $3 even, which is, you know, practically nothing for a nice big plastic thingy like this. The downside is that, yeah, it's IKEA, so if you don't have an IKEA close enough for you to go and get it, you're probably out of luck, because they are not shipping friendly. IKEA does not like to ship, and they don't even like internet orders. It's just not a... That's how they keep their costs down, by making you come to the store to get it. I got one more thing there, and I've been kind of rearranging my art room, so let me adjust the camera and I'll show you where I'm at. I've been doing some rearranging in my art room, and I didn't do like a before and after pictures or anything, but I have other videos. You can look back in other videos and see how it was before. But this is when you first come into the room. This is the same little bank of bins that has always been here, But I used to have a wine rack on top that was laying on its side that I had all kinds of yarns and fibers in. And it was not working for me anymore because it was taking up valuable flat surface area that I really needed, because I needed a place to stack stuff and it was in the way. So I moved it, and I divided up some of my junk papers that were on another area, and I put some of them up here. And I really haven't, you know, arranged and fixed it or anything. I just kind of stuck them there. So there's where they are for now anyway. And then the rest of them, moving slowly, are still over here. This is where they all used to be. But now, see, it's not quite as crowded over here. I've got a little space, room to grow, which is good. I have a place for my bucket of painted papers, which I didn't before. And there's where I've stuck one of the plastic IKEA bins. And I haven't quite decided what I'm going to do with the other one. I might put some of this other stuff in it. I don't know. And it's working good except for my glitters. The silver tray that they were sitting on top of the wine rack, is too big for this little space. So I need to find me a long, narrow tray or something to put right there for to set the glitters on. And then over here, this is where I put that wine rack that was on the across the room. It was turned on its side, you know, and sitting on top of all those what are they called? Iris cards. So I turned it back upright, stuck it here, and really can't decide the best use for it. I kind of consolidated some of the yarns and fibers and stuck them down there. And they're ones that I don't use very often. They're the really hairy ones, and it's almost impossible for me to crochet with them. They're more for knitting, and I don't knit very often. But they're pretty, and I love to look at them, so there they are. So I stuck those down there, and I've got all this space, but you know, there's no, to use the space I have to have something to set stuff on, so I cut out a few of these. It's just a piece of chipboard, and stuck in there to see if that would work, and it does, as long as whatever I stick in there is lightweight. But I'm not sure. I'm not sure what I'm going to use it for. Don't really know what I'm going to do with it, but I will figure it out, and I will make good use of it, because, you know, that's good storage space. That's the tray that the glitters were on, and it doesn't really fit right there. It's just kind of sitting there for now. So it's not going to live there, unless I can find something to make a top out of and set that on there. I could do that. I don't know. I haven't decided. I did have a bunch of loose fibers kind of tied on here and hanging across the front, which looked fun and kind of cool, and I liked it. But when I moved it, I had to make a change, so I found this in my closet and moved it into the closet in here. And it is a jewelry thing that I got years ago at a thrift store. Let me move. Hang on. Okay, sorry. I was getting tangled up in myself. Anyway, it's a little jewelry thing. I think I paid $2 for it at a thrift store. Never used it because I didn't really need it, but you know, that doesn't stop me from buying it. But it has the little Velcro loop things on it. So I just hung my fibers from it. They were already kind of separated by color a little bit, so it was really easy to hang them. There's some on the front and some on the back. Oh, there we go. And they're not something that I use real often. And I thought by having them out, when I had them hung on the wine rack, you know, I thought, okay, if they're out and I see them, I'll use them more often. And I did, but it still wasn't way often, you know. You know what I'm saying? It was more often than I used them when I didn't see them, but it still wasn't very often. So anyway, I think hanging them in the closet is going to be just fine, because they're easy to get to, easy to get out and look through, and they're sorted, sorta sorted. So that's my new fiber storage. And then my final purchase from IKEA was this, you know, it's one of those over-the-door shoe bag things, I think is what they call it. But of course, I don't need it for shoes because I have like 2 pairs, so I'm good there. But it's made out of, you know, that kind of nylon, I guess, feeling parachute type material. You know, it's thin. It was $5. It was $4.99 for 24 pockets. Okay, how could I not buy it? When I brought it home, I had no idea what I needed it for, but then I brought it in the art room and discovered that I needed it for duct tape. I just didn't realize it when I bought it. So right now I'm using it to hold my rolls of duct tape that I had no place to put. They were just in a giant duct tape tower on my desk. So I just stuck a strip of the tape on the outside of the pockets to show what's inside. And those are my rolls of decorative duct tape, and that's drywall tape. So that's what I'm going to use it for. Oh, and I've got my little baby tapes up here. I've got both of them in there and room for more. And these pockets too, there's room for 2 in the same one. If I just take the roll, turn it sideways, push it down to the bottom, I can get a whole nother roll in there. You know, just put a little reference piece across the front, and this will hold a buttload of duct tape. I don't foresee me ever having that much duct tape, but you know, you just never know. And I started at the bottom instead of at the top because, you know, I wasn't really sure what all I'm going to put in there, and I still have lots of room for other stuff. And I might actually put my punches in there because they're outgrowing their drawer. So I don't really have a whole lot, but it's enough to where they're outgrowing the space I have for them. But I don't know. Anyway, that for $4.99, that is a lot of good storage space right there. I have one more thing to show, and it's all the way across the room, so let's just walk together. This is fine. I won't shut the camera off. Let's go this way, and it's another one of those things that I had here already and I repurposed. Oh look, the back is showing. It's another jewelry organizer that I had, and I actually had some jewelry in it, but it was my handmade jewelry that I made. It only has pockets on one side, and I needed more, so on the back I just safety pinned on these little things, and then on the front I'm using it to store all of my little, like, you know, planner supplies, the little flags and tabs and arrows, and there's the index tab things, and I don't have enough to fill it up, and these that I got on the clearance rack, and those are paper clips that I made, and Post-its. So you can see that this would be, for this purpose, it would be better if it had more big pockets, you know, but I didn't buy it for this purpose. I had it already on hand, so it's working just fine. And there's what that looks like. And that wasn't my idea. I saw that online on somebody's blog. She had one, I say she, I don't know who it was, I don't remember, but I'm pretty sure it was a girl. And she had one of these jewelry organizer things with all of her little Filofax supplies in it. So I stole that idea from her, whoever she is. And if I can find who she is, I'm going to put a link in the video description and give her the credit she deserves, because this was her idea, not mine. So there we have it. Small haul of goodness from IKEA and from JetPens.